In this video, I just want to talk about how I kind of organize the Canvas site, which seems intuitive to me, but dude, I am just as odd as anyone else, so it's not necessarily the case that um, what makes sense to me is going to make sense to you. So what I did is I basically organized each week into its own module, which you see here. So right, introduction to course, week one, right? And it goes on and on and on. So the course is basically organized into 10 modules plus the general introduction. So what you would need to do first is invest about an hour or an hour and a half of your time kind of working through this introduction to the course, where you would read the syllabus, listen to my discussion of it. You don't have to you don't have to watch the introduction myself. You'd be watching this video here, navigating the course. Work through the textbook, work through the explanations of how you do the analysis papers and how you do the assignments. Okay, right, so you do that. Then you're kind of ready to work on week one. Now, one of the things I'm going to try to do here for each of the weeks is I'm going to make a video that's kind of like your video checklist of what do you need to make sure that you're doing, what's important, what's not as important. So, it'll take about 5 minutes of your time, but what it's going to do is it's going to help you sort out, especially in this first week, that you're going to know that you don't have to read all three of these chapters, right? But if you didn't watch that video, you wouldn't know it. Or I guess if you didn't watch this, what I'm saying right now. Then, after that, there's this kind of, I make a preview of the topics. It's very short, sometimes 1 to 2 minutes. It just gives you a general overview. This is what we're talking about this week. These are the chapters. Why is that important to what we just talked about last week? How is it going to be important for what we're talking about next week? Again, very short, 2 minutes maybe. Then this follows a predictable order of, I then post the lecture sides, the lecture that I've actually made, and then the textbook reading, the practice questions, the graded homework, the news analysis paper, and then I still have to make the one for the quiz. And so that's what you would then expect, that you would have an idea that these links here go directly to McGraw-Hill Connect. So after the first time, after you've registered for the textbook and that all works fine, this will then directly connect you to the practice questions, which then has the due date below it. And these are optional. It then has the graded homework with the due date and how many points it's worth. And then you're going to see the news analysis paper that's going to be done directly here in Canvas. And then the quiz is also going to be done in McGraw-Hill Connect. And so then it just follows a predictable fashion here. Same kind of organization here for week two. Then week three, we see here that we don't have very much because that's an exam week. So I'm going to post all the exam study materials here. Then we go back to the standard order here, 2 chapters a week, 2 chapters a week, and then the exam. And then 2 chapters a week, 2 chapters a week. And then in the 9th week, we have just 1 chapter, but then we also have this kind of analysis project that's due this week. And then in week 10, we would have the exam. So everything, I've tried to place, even though we're kind of navigating here with 2 sites here, the Canvas site and the McGraw-Hill Connect site, which is the publisher site, I've tried to link everything in McGraw-Hill back to Canvas so that you should be able to click very easily between the two. And the grades that are in McGraw-Hill Connect are going to link back to here. So the grades are going to be put back into here. So that's how you navigate everything. If you have a particular question about like where is something, that kind of thing, just ask me. I'll happily kind of make you your own short, individualized little video that'll just walk you through what you need to get. So everything here is done under home, and then the other thing would be, you go to McGraw-Hill Connect, and that links you to the textbook, which is going to be the subject of this video here.